Hey, how's it going, guys? Spidey here, and today I got some more comic book reviews for you. So today we're taking a look at Future's End #1. These are actually from last week. Future's End #1, Swamp Thing, Deadpool vs. Carnage, Punisher 5, #5, Amazing Spider-Man 1.1. I'll start off with Future's End because this is the important one. Wasn't as good as the prequel was. I mean, it was good, it was entertaining, it was solid. I just think it jumps around too much. It's like, this is what Terry McGinnis is doing, then we jump to Stormwatch, then it jumps to, who's next? I think it's, Grifter, which actually this was a cool part I liked. Then it goes to Firestorm, then we have the ending, which was pretty cool, where Green Arrow was dead. But I mean, it's like they're trying to just introduce everything in one issue, and it doesn't flow. Like, what Grifter is doing has nothing to do with what Stormwatch just did. It feels like a whole bunch of different stories almost. But they're kind of interconnected, I guess, because they're happening at the same time. Like, Terry McGinnis just traveled back to the past, but it's the wrong past because the time travel machine was set to Bruce Wayne's body mass, and he didn't quite fit, so they traveled him not as far as they wanted him to go, so what he's trying to stop is already in play. And then kind of the Stormwatch's ship is taken over by the Eye. What is it called? Crap, I'm gonna have to look at this. I don't know what it is, but the Eye. What is it called? Oh crap, I can't remember. But it's that Eye thing. It's been taken over by the Eye. Anyways, then we have actually this was kind of cool. This dude burns. I forget his name, but he burns. The whole ship blows up. That was a great page. Then we have Grifter hunting aliens, which I liked. And then we have Firestorm going to got a distress call from Green Arrow, but he is already dead. So you kind of see what I mean by how they don't really connect. But they will eventually, and later on in the story. It just doesn't flow. It was alright. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. I liked it. Swamp Thing was alright. It was better than what it used to be the last couple issues. This is just him trying to get his body back, and he goes into the gray body, which is the fungus body, and he goes to get the green body back, and it is kind of boring, but it is better than most of the stuff we've been getting. And then they're gonna have a crossover with Aquaman, so I'll give this one a 2.5 out of 5. I'll be nice, even though I'm a comic book reviewer, so I gotta give it what I think it deserves, and I think it does deserve a 2.5. Deadpool vs. Carnage #3. I like the first issue a lot, because for fan moments, and then issue 2 and issue 3 right now kind of like the same thing. But issue 1 was good for fan moments, and this is pretty much what you expect it to be. Deadpool vs. Carnage. It's ridiculous. It's kind of fun to read, but I liked how they had the people from Carnage USA in it, like the soldiers, and then when he's in that super base, all the symbiotes kind of bond together on him and make some Deadpool Venom thing, which is, I don't know, it's alright, I guess. And it's what you expect it to be. It's nothing special. It's just mindless, stupid action. Which, it's fine for Deadpool. You can have stupid with Deadpool, but, you know, I mean, if you like Deadpool, you like Carnage, it's definitely worth picking up. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5. I thought it was alright. Punisher #5. This, actually, I'm gonna talk about this last. I'm gonna talk about Amazing Spider-Man first. I loved Amazing Spider-Man 1.1. First of all, Alex Ross cover is sick. I want this in a poster. This was cool though. Someone please help me out with this time frame, because like in Amazing Spider-Man #1, the last issue, we got like at the end kind of a look into this learning to crawl story, and we had Clayton Cole. He uploaded a video from his phone onto YouTube of Spider-Man, so this can't be happening in the 60s. So this has to be a modern retelling of Spider-Man's origin, I'm guessing. Anyways, it starts off with Peter Parker just right after the death of Uncle Ben, right after he's been shot. He's going back home He's kind of in charge now. He has to take all the responsibility. He's got to make the money, and he's doing that as Spider-Man with this shady showbiz guy. He's having problems at school, of course. You know, it's just basic Peter Parker. What you expect? We have Clayton Cole. He sees that Peter Parker is a normal kid. That he created his own web shooter, and he's like thinks that he probably is just like him when he's not in the mask, which he is. So he wants to be Spider-Man. He's the super fan that we saw in Amazing Spider-Man #1, with who uploaded the video on YouTube and made Spider-Man famous. There's Uncle Ben's funeral. I thought that was nice how they have Uncle Ben being the kind of really responsible one who always gives to other people, and how Peter Parker's gonna inherit. That's kind of how what Peter Parker does as Spider-Man, just gives too much to people and kind of inherits that from Uncle Ben. And we goes back to show business. Quentin Beck is referenced. He almost gets killed. There's an accident. The audience almost gets killed. He saves the day. We see J. Jonah Jameson on his computer. Once again, he's on a computer. This can't be the 60s. He's on a laptop. Anyways, and then we see Clayton Cole's character called Clash appear. Oh, and him and the shady manager taking them going to another network. So anyways, I thought this was good. I'm giving this a 4.7 out of 5. I thought this was phenomenal. Amazing Spider-Man. This was great. I really did like this one. Punisher #5 was like a top contender for comic book of the week. I'll get to the comic book of the week in a minute, but this was just a great issue. The Punisher is becoming one of my favorite series, by the way. Like this is phenomenal. I think what it is the art, because the art really makes it feel like the action is actually happening. Like it doesn't feel like pictures. It kind of feels like it's actually going on. I love the art. Anyways, the Howling Commandos have put a tracker on this dog, which they're gonna use to infiltrate, or go to Tugs, his Punisher's supplier's house, and kind of send a message by leaving him there all wrapped up and tied up and all that. Electro's blacking out the city. They're about to do, the Doll Souls are about to do this huge chemical attack on Los Angeles, and because he's blacking it out so no one can see. Anyways, this is what I was talking about. The Howling Commandos are after the Punisher, and they've tied him up to send a message, and they've got the dog tracking, because the dog is there, I think. No, the dog is at Punisher's base. That was to send a message. Anyways, we have this awesome battle scene, which was great. Everything after this was absolutely phenomenal. This was perfect. As you can see, they're starting this chemical bomb thing. They're putting. I love the way they do this. Like they zoom in the stuff that they want you to see, but no one else can see. Like with the the dog thing right there, the chip. Anyways, this is great. They're putting the chemicals in garbage cans and all that shit. What's going on? Oh yeah, I gotta see this. Oh yeah, they're taking out the police stations. They're just blowing shit up. The Howling Commandos have no idea what's going on. They think they don't know. They have no idea. So we just see a glimpse of them trying to figure out things. Punisher, I think, looks sick in this mask. I want every issue with Punisher in the mask now. He looks so much better, and I want an action figure of this, because Punisher looks sick in this mask. Like, he's been in the mask every issue now. It's kind of like the new thing he has. I think it looks sick. So he's on scene. He's about to throw a grenade at the car, and like I said, like, you can the action looks like almost like it's actually happening with the explosions and shit. It looks really cool. And then once again, they box in the stuff that they want you to see. So we got some gunfights going on. This is awesome. Stuff blowing up. They're shooting back and forth. I love it. He's running. I don't even know, man, anymore what's going on. I forget. Oh yeah, that's right. Electro like fires him into a building, goes flying back, which is sick. This is like panel of the year right here, because it actually looks like he's flying back and just got shot, and it just ends with that. And there's wow, I don't know what they're gonna do after this story arc though, because this is a sick story arc. 4.9 out of 5. Excellent. But comic book of the week, I decided to give it to. It was very close, like I said. It was all I gave to Ultimate Spider-Man #1. What time we at? Oh shit, 10 minutes. This was great. We started off Shield's kind of clearing everything out, dude. So we see Norman Osborn. I mean, he's getting cleared out. Transporting him. Hold on, I gotta fix my door. We get these new spider people we don't know anything about, but they're crooks. They're stealing from an armored vehicle. We get to see Miles' personal life. He's kind of upset that he hasn't seen his dad since the Cataclysm event, and he thinks that's because he's a mutant, and his dad is upset because Venom killed his mom, and he just hates mutants. He's kind of like, he just hates mutants. His dad hates mutants. He thinks he's run away. Anyways, for the Norman Osborn transportation, the thing gets blown up and we see a glimpse of Green Goblin. That was sick, so I can't wait for Green Goblin. Miles is kind of thinking if he should tell what's her name, his girlfriend, his identity. So he asks Mary Jane, the expert. She says you should, but you have to be sure, because it's almost like asking her to marry. You have to be sure that she's the one, because once you say that, you're kind of bonded for life, pretty much. So, and it does have its risks, she said, but it is worth it, because she would have left him. Which does make sense. She would have left him because of all the leaving, sudden notice kind of thing. Yeah, that makes sense. But so that's why she said you have to tell her. So he goes to the apartment. He goes to the apartment where he always does a check for his dad, and in there he finds Peter Parker. This, I don't know if this is the real Peter Parker or not, if it's a clone, but if we have Peter Parker facing Green Goblin, that would be sick, because Green Goblin killed him. But I mean, I don't know, there's lots of things that are going through my mind. I want to see Peter Parker back, but I kind of don't, because I love Miles Morales, and I love the story they've done, but then again, they've done some great stories in the Ultimate Universe with Peter Parker, and it would be cool to see him battle Green Goblin. So I don't know if this is real Peter Parker or not. We're hopefully going to get some issues in the next, or some answers in the next issue, but that's why this was comic of the week, was because Green Goblin, Peter Parker, and some great storytelling by Brian Michael Bendis. Anyways, that's my comic book reviews, you guys. I'll see you soon. Peace out.